Good morning. Let's breathe together. Start with your posture, either sitting in a chair or lying on your back. On your back, in bed, the floor, the sofa, maybe your recliner kicked back with your legs uncrossed. Let the surface under you hold you up. Or sitting in a chair, feel both sit bones, plant them evenly and firmly. Bend your knees at 90 degrees, hip width apart, with your feet flat on the floor and the toes pointing forward. Start by noticing yourself and beginning a softness routine. Aware of tension. So much tension is carried in the head. I don't know why, maybe we think too much. Let's release that tension by focusing on our scalp and letting it be totally soft. Every hair follicle. And feel it separate from the bony skull, slippery. And let it soften. And as it softens, it seems to drop, and it seems like the ears get lower. No reason to hold our ears up. Soft across your scalp, around the back of your head, and let it slide down to that space under that bony ridge, the occipital ridge. And then across your forehead soft. And your eyebrows droop and your eyelids release. Your cheeks are soft and heavy. Your lips and your tongue from the base to the tip. Now let all of the softness flow as you release your jaw. Let it flow out your shoulders to your fingertips. Feel your fingernails. Let it flow across your chest, softening your heart and your lungs. Letting the belly be totally soft. And let the softness flow down each leg. The big muscles of the thighs across the knees, the calves, the ankles, and the feet and out to your toes. Shift the focus of your breath from your chest to your belly, your soft belly. Pull the air in through both nostrils and let the belly round up as you pull the air down. Pulling your diaphragm down pushes gently against your internal organs and causes the belly to round up, creates a vacuum, and the air flows down to the bottom lobes of the lungs where most of the blood circulates. And you get that healthy exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen, delivering oxygen, carrying it out in the bloodstream to every space in your body, every cell, and picking up the carbon dioxide and then letting the breath flow out a little slower and a little longer than the inhale, releasing the carbon dioxide. Continuing that low, slow breath, inhaling and rounding the belly and exhaling out gently, a little slower and longer. A normal sized breath, not trying too hard. Just a gentle tweak in the technique so that the air flows all the way down to the bottom lobes of the lungs. And the rounding of the belly signals you that you've accomplished that. calming the nervous system. On the next inhale, at the top, take in 3 extra sniffs. And then let the air flow out a little longer and slower. And at the bottom, 3 puffs to release the last bit. And do that breath several times. Breathing in through your nose and breathing out through either your mouth or your nose. Maybe trying the technique of pursing your lips gently and letting it flow out like you're blowing out a candle gently or blowing on a hot drink. Good. Now this morning for exercise, let's move our belly button. Inhale, and as you inhale, a gentle arch in your back and push your belly button forward. And as you exhale, letting the belly soften back down and pull the belly button back, pushing the lower back into the surface. And be gentle with this, inhaling and pushing the belly forward as the back lightly arches, and exhaling and pulling the belly button back and pushing the small of the back into the surface. A gentle spinal flex. Waking up the spinal column and all the nerves that flow off of the spinal column and reach out to all the spaces in your body. Good, continuing that gentle movement, gently arching the back and gently pushing it back into the surface. Your belly button moves forward and your belly button comes back. Rounding the belly as you push forward and flattening as you move back. Good. Great way to start a day. Soften and breathe and gently coordinate movement with breath. Good. Now adjust yourself to the flow of laughter. Such a powerful technique to reset everything. Inhale, 3 sniffs at the top, and on the exhale, exhale out with a sound, ha, and let it roll into a belly laugh. Try it. Creates a smile. And do it again. Inhale and 3 sniffs at the top. Exhale the ha and the laugh. And let the smile remain on your face. And enjoy the release of the laughter. And this morning, let's do the finger slide again. Our mind tends to wander, it tends to race, it tends to overthink. Oh, it likes to do a lot of things. Let's take charge of it. Let's take charge of it by concentrating and focusing on the movement of the fingers. Use your index finger of one hand and bring it to the base of the little finger on the other hand. And use the movement of the finger and coordinate it with the breath. Using the low, slow breath, inhale and trace your way to the top of the little finger. And then as you slide the finger down, remember the softness and how it moved, and let the softness move down the inside of the little finger. And at the bottom, pause for just a moment and feel the softness before you take in another breath and trace your way up on the inhale along the ring finger. Slide down as you soften. Pause quietly with no extra tension at the bottom as you let the softness expand. And then inhale and work your way back up again. And continue that practice across your hand. Inhaling up the finger, sliding down as you soften, and pause at the bottom and expand the softness. And then do the next finger. And when you reach the thumb and have completed the thumb, work your way back again. And if your mind wanders, bring it back. Bring it back and concentrate on inhaling as you work your way up the finger. Soften as you slide down. Pause with no extra tension, no breath, and let the softness expand. And then back up again on an inhale. And continue. Coordinating movement with breath. Building the softness. Focusing your mind and coordinating it with the breath. And work your way across the hand and back again. And this is a great technique to put in your back pocket. Sometimes our thoughts and our movement and the pace of the day gets going too fast, like too strong a wind blowing. So calm the wind and the movement of your body and your mind, and just focus for a moment on the low, slow breath and tracing your way across your hand a couple of times to reset yourself and bring yourself back to that neutral position. What a great practice. Congratulate yourself for completing the practice today and put it in your back pocket so you have it for later with the breeze of the action of the day and the voices around you and the racing of your mind. And calm it with this technique. And may the long-time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a really great day.